So welcome to it, the brand new UDIO. It's a beta for AI music creation, completely free, and most importantly has commercial use for the songs that you create. It is brand new and it's just been released, and a lot of people are piling in, so do be aware that, as you can see on the bottom here, it says due to heavy load, generations are much slower, so occasionally you will find that it'll take a bit longer. It also depends on the time of day, how many people are on at the same time, that is going to be slowing it down, but otherwise it works quite well. But just be aware it can suddenly slow down, and also be aware that it is a beta, so it can also stop working altogether, so just be prepared for that. But definitely worth the effort, completely free, and most importantly you have commercial use of the songs that you generate by using UDIO, where a lot of the other AI programs that you can use or services, even though they might be free, if you read their terms of service, you cannot actually use the songs for commercial purposes, and that probably even includes on YouTube videos if you're going to monetize them. But UDIO, even though it is completely 100% free, and in fact there is no option to actually pay anything even if you wanted to, because UDIO is a beta and they're not allowing any buying of accounts or purchasing or paying. It is entirely free while it is in beta, but like I said, you have full commercial use. So first thing you got to do is sign up. When you type in, which this is quite important, when you want to look for UDIO, firstly I'm going to put a link in the description so you can click from that, but when you're searching for UDIO you can get lost pretty quickly. What is happening is that there are a couple of sites that are causing an issue. Let me show you here. For example, if you type in UDIO.ai, which you would assume it would be, that doesn't exist, as you can see. So this site is for sale for $53,000 if you want to buy that domain, but clearly UDIO didn't go and buy that domain, which makes no sense. But also, if you go to UDIO AI, so it's UDIOAI.ai, you will get confronted with this, which actually, if you look carefully, it says pricing, and you can actually buy into this version. And I don't know if this actually belongs to the actual UDIO AI, or if this is some competitor who's taking advantage of it. I do not know, but there is an issue that you're gonna not be able to get your free music generation by using this. So make sure that you go to udio.com. And when you go there, when you've clicked on the button that says sign in, you'll be made to sign in with your Google or Twitter account. So you can't do like the usual of putting in your email address and then making a password and that sort of thing. You actually log in with your Google account. And once you do that, then you'll be brought up to this, where it's basically going to create a display name. So we'll just call ourselves Big Bob Guy, or let's just say Big Bob Guy. Okay, and you can put your actual name if you want, like say optional, website optional, etc., etc. So just create your account. It's not a complicated issue. As you can see, it's now been done, and there are some very basic things you need to know. You're essentially going to create from a prompt. You're going to create your song. There is some other stuff to pay attention to here quickly. Firstly, custom means that you're going to be putting in your own lyrics. So if you've written your own song lyrics wise, but you just want that made into a musical song with the backing tracks and what have you, then obviously you'd copy and paste your lyrics into here. Instrumental basically means that there's no singing, it's just the music track that they will generate, and auto-generated is where they will create the lyrics for you. If you just put in what you want, if you say a song about stuff, okay, if you're basically just going to say a song about stuff, and it's a little bit random, it's going to try and choose from a bunch of different genres. If you specifically want it to be a genre of some kind, like say for example pop, you can stick pop in there, and maybe you want to make it indie, and then it's going to build things around those kind of keywords. You can also click these dice here, which will give you a completely random name of the song, random lyrics, random, you name it. If you're feeling lucky, if you want it, you can click on that, but rather type in what you're looking for and the genre that you want to to use for your song as well. And then just hit create, and you'll see it will take a little while. There you can see it says less than 1 minute, which is actually not bad. You'll also see what popped up there was the credits. According to the actual page of credits, you're supposed to get about 1,200 credits per month, but it seems that when you do the creation, it shows that you only have 600. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. That could just be a glitch. Who knows? But like I say, you have got quite a lot of credits. Each one of these creations you make apparently is a credit. So in this case, I think there's 2 generations, so you're probably using 2 credits. I stand to be corrected on that. But what's going to happen is that it's going to generate these 2 songs, but it generates it to the middle of the song. The magic thing about UDIO is that you will get this middle of the song, and then you'll create the parts before that and the parts after that, as well as the intro to the song and the outro to the song. So you're essentially having 4 to 5 pieces of the song, and it's a very clever way of doing it, because instead of having to just regenerate the song over and over and over, you're only regenerating, if you don't like that piece, you're only regenerating the middle piece till you hear something that you like. So for example, if I play here, what we got.
And hey, it's fine to share our days forever.
Okay, so maybe not that one, so let's try this one. Okay, so say you decide, okay, both of those are not good enough, not what I'm looking for. You can either remix, say for example, if you like the style of what that is, but you just don't like the song too much. So maybe you figure that kind of cool 60s type slow down pop maybe be all right, but I don't like the actual song. You can just remix it, and here you can choose how close you want it to be to what that originally was, or if you want to make it completely different. You can see here, if you leave it set on custom, it's basically going to keep the lyrics that were originally in that song and just generate some new musical version of that. Once again, you can just do instrumental. Or if you go to auto-generate, then it's going to remove the words or the lyrics of that song and create a completely new song that's similar. So, for example, let's just run that, and then you'll see it'll create 2 more generations. Let me close this up. So you'll see there are the 2 that you were originally given, and those are about 30 seconds long. And then what's going to happen is these new creations are the same, just replacing essentially what was there before, or the one that you've chosen, the style that you liked, you've remixed that, is going to give you these 2 options to select from. And what happens is that all of these are only going to be 30 seconds long. But eventually what's going to happen, if you go here, for example, to extend, now you're going to choose, do you want to add the intro first, which is an intro to that part that you heard, or another section, which is a middle of the song, you could call it, before the part that you just listened to, or you can make a part after the part that you listened to, or the outro, which is the ending of the song. So keep in mind, these things are different to each other. What will be generated in this type of block, which is, say, for example, after the part that you listen to or before, is still like a main part of the song. The outro and the intro can have, for example, the outro can have a fade out. So it's going to fade out the song. So if you do the outro first and then a part after that, you can end up with a weird situation where you've got the main song playing, then it fades out as if the song ended, and then it starts again all of a sudden with another piece. So make sure if you're working from the center part of your song as your first piece, that you're going to be adding after or before first. Once you're happy with those pieces, you could, for example, add the outro to make sure, okay, great, after I've done all those central pieces, the song ends nicely, and then you can go back to the beginning and add the intro to it. You can also start simply by doing the intro, but like I say, you can run into problems either way, whether you do the intro or outro first before you start doing these central parts. So make sure you try these out first. So let's first go back to see what's come up now. This will be the replacement, which will be probably in a similar style, but not the same wording and not exactly the same music. So let's have a listen. Stuff me a place, illustrated around. So as you can hear, it's a similar sound, similar voice, but the lyrics are different, and it's a slightly different song, but pretty much the exact same style. And
I need
Okay, so you can hear that one's completely different, but you get the idea is that it's giving you different options that are similar in the genre and style. What I'm going to show you now is a song that I created. This is, importantly though as well, a really important guide for when you are making your music, especially after you've been doing it for a little while. You'll start to notice that people are listening to your song. Whether those are actual people or bots, I cannot tell you, or if it's the system simply monitoring you. But what it looks like to me is essentially the better the song, the more people or the more of the system will start listening to you. And if you're concerned, if you've made a couple of options, as you can see, I've made multiple options trying to choose the right version for my song, and not being 100% sure. Obviously you should choose the part that you like, but if you're not too sure and you're trying to choose between two of them, you'll see that the ones that have a higher listener number, or if you're lucky enough, people will start giving hearts, which means that they like the song. That'll give you also an indication into which is the better option to choose. Let's go, for example, let's try and look at a song that I completed. This song is one that's doing quite well. It's actually by one that's getting the most listens to, and even had some hearts on it. And this song took quite a lot of reruns and adding bits and what have you. So let's get down to that bit. Okay, so here is the song that I've made that has done the best out of the others that I've made on UDIO. Now, you can see that by the amount of people that have listened to it and the fact that there are hearts on it as well. So let's give that a quick listen, and you'll see this is the complete song that has a nice gentle intro.
In this room where
And then if we move on, you can hear the main parts of the song.
they cut just
And then it has a nice little ending.
now I'm plunging through the dark.
So you can see this song is complete with intro and the middle parts of the song, and it is 2 minutes and 44 seconds, which means it's a complete song. When you start off with your generations for the song, they're going to start off at the 33 seconds, as you can see here, and then as you add the pieces on, it will build the song up to be a little bit longer, and you can actually get it up. I think I've got them past 3 minutes. So I found the original piece that I started off with, you can see has 33 seconds. What's important is that you can see that there are four listens, should I say, whereas the same song, a different generation got one listen. So if we listen to the one that had one. Okay, so that was a completely different song. So what happened is when it created this, it made these two options, and this was the original song. Which you can hear is smack bang in the middle of the song. And then obviously I tried different versions of things and then realized, okay, let's start adding to that. And if we go up to where it started adding, you can see now this is 1 minute and 6 seconds. So you can hear it's the same part in the beginning. And then here, this is where it goes into the second part that I added on by doing the extend.
Drifting away, the echoes of
Now, what's important is you're not always going to get the best sounding one or the best sounding options delivered to you every time you do an extend. And that's why you can see there are a lot of reruns that I've done, trying different versions. But then you can see where it suddenly gets longer is because now I've been happy with the part that I've added to it, and I want to add now another part before or after or intro and what have you. So if we have a listen to this one. Okay, so that's the... Okay, so you can hear this basically is about 3 pieces that are now the middle of the song. And that's what I found is quite nice to do, is to build your central piece and then build the piece after and the piece before. So you've got the middle of the song, and that will give you, like say, your minute and a half.
we burn.
And from there, you can see it gets longer here, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. This is where I started trying to put an outro and an intro to the song.
Kill
Now you can hear from this. This is an outro that I didn't like, and it sounds different to the song that I was originally playing the full version. But you can see here, one listen, and all of a sudden there's 7. Now this, if you're not sure, if you're trying all these different options and you see that happening, what that should tell you is that there are more people who liked this version. So if we go to this ending here,
We soared so high. Now I'm
from that you can see that is the option that most people seem to like, and that's the option that I end up keeping as the ending of the song. And then had to move on to create the beginning of the song, or the intro of the song, and same thing again, doing a lot of extends where you would have to choose, for example, like say what I was originally doing was choosing these two to put before and after the part that I was given as the original sample. And then I did the outro, and then I moved to the intro. And the same thing happens where, as you're playing along, you'll start to see some people are listening to some versions and not to others. And eventually chosen different versions of the intros as well, and then eventually I published it. So what happens is, once you find a song that you are completely happy with, in fact this is actually the one before this picture arrived, is what I liked, and then I hit publish. You can see you can unpublish it as well, but if you hit publish, then this becomes the song that you've decided is your final thing. And then when you do that, you can also add a picture, which is actually pretty cool. I'll show you. If you go to there where it says view track, here you can see this is where you can edit the picture so that you don't have the generic picture which looks like this sort of, blocky thing. So you can add a picture, but what's cool about it is that you can create this picture in this program. So if I go to edit here and I go to edit image, then I can type in a prompt, and I originally put in here, see, an emotional song about a female, blah blah blah. You can then type in whatever you want about the picture. So I put in this, for example, a warrior woman in a short skirt, etc., etc. And then it gives you 3 options that you can choose from, and I selected that one. So then you end up with your picture over there. There are a bunch of other things you can do in this section. You can also do the remix and extending as if you were doing in the previous panel, but here you can also see all the lyrics that have been created for the song. Also you can see the other songs that you've created and that you've published. But if you want to go back, you just go back to My Creations, and then you just can scroll back to where that song was, or like say just start a new song. And once again, to start a new song, just type in what you want for the song, choose the genre, and but in this case this is an extend, so you got to be careful as well when you want to create a new song. The best is to refresh the page, otherwise you keep seeing this extend, which is basically relating to a song that you've already done. So now if you completed that and you're happy and you don't want to extend a song, you want a new song, but it doesn't give you that option, the best then, like I said, is just to refresh your page and start again and go, let's go, My Creations. And now that you can see you've got the create button again, you can start with your brand new song. So type in whatever it is that you want, and then choose the genre and hit create. And once again, keep in mind that you can do custom, where you can put in your own lyrics, instrumental, where it'll be just the music, or auto generate, where it will generate lyrics for you. Then hit create and start from there. Okay, so to end this off, let me just show you that you can share this by publishing it directly to X, to Facebook, and so on. You can also download this as an audio file, as an MP3, or as a video. The video will just be basically your image that'll have a few graphics over it, which it is nice that you don't have to make the video if you want to just post it somewhere, but it'll just be this picture that will have some movement on it with the song playing. So you can download either, if you hit copy, then this is where that song will appear if you want to paste it onto, for example, Discord, or to somewhere else you just want to just paste it wherever you want. That will give you the link to the song so people can see that. This is also sometimes not 100% working. Sometimes you can only download the audio and the video doesn't work. But also what I've found is that sometimes Firefox will allow you to download the video, but for example Chrome won't. So try a few different options. But like I say, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's free, it's a beta, you have got commercial rights on your music, so it's definitely worth a little bit of frustration here and there. Otherwise, go to UDIO.com and enjoy. So to end this all off, I'll be giving you the entire song that I was showing you from the beginning to the end with the intro and the whole lot. So here it is, Echoes and Chains, my final complete song that has all the parts in it, so enjoy.
In this room where shadows play, I'm lost in thoughts of yesterday. I scream your name, but the silence echoes back. My heart's wrapped in chains and the sky's painted black. Fade in heartache's relentless grip. I'm calling out, still needing you. We were so true. Why'd you let our colors crash? No. Memories capture my heart, but they cut just like broken glass. Where whispers live, a ghost of you, that's all I have. We burn so bright, but now you're just a shadow's cast. Oh, morning sun rises high, still no warmth can it impart. In the mirror, just my face, searching for your missing part. We soared so high.